restoring Illinois to greatness. This is Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Policy Institute and hosted by AM 560's Dan Proft.
Welcome back to Illinois Rising. I'm Pat Hughes of the Illinois Opportunity Project, and joining me is Jacob Huebert, Senior Counsel at the Liberty Justice Center. And Jacob, in the prior segment, we were talking about sort of how people are using the larger cause of feminism to, infiltrate the free market. And, the left, it's not limited to the movie industry, and it's certainly not limited to the WNBA. They do this all the time. And I'm thinking of, global climate change or global warming and sort of the policies that get put in place to sort of enter into what would otherwise be a marketplace and force people to buy things that they otherwise don't want or don't think are good. For example, electric cars, right? Or solar panels, or in a larger scope, wind farms, or the cap and trade legislation that would, force certain people out of business, but then put other people into business. And this is sort of a hallmark of the left, where they use a cause, whether it's real or not, right? I mean, I think the Ghostbusters situation isn't real. The WNBA situation isn't real. There's a lot of questions about what we should do about the climate changing and how it's caused and what policies should be put in place if there's change and how that should be best done. And that all can be debated. But to them, the argument's over, and they're going to use the cudgel of government and this big giant problem to get policies they otherwise want put into place. What say you?
Well, yeah, that's right. And, if people want to buy electric cars, that's fine. But if they're not asking the government for help with it, or if the government's not subsidizing it. But right now, of course, the only reason we have electric cars on the market at all is because the government subsidizes them so heavily. And of course, that benefits people. That benefits cronies who advocate for these programs and make money as a result. People like Elon Musk, who present themselves as entrepreneurs, actually depend heavily on these government subsidies, and they get rich. But of course, then the front that's put on it all is, well, we're doing this for the benefit of the environment. And if you don't want to give these people money, if you don't want to subsidize these people and hurt these other people, you must hate the environment. And that's the kind of narrative they push. So that's the job of us who understand the market and how these things really work to explain what's really going on here, to explain the underlying economic reality, and that it's not about who hates the environment or doesn't hate the environment. Yeah,
and it's interesting on the local level or the state level. If you just do a little bit of a click to the left, I won't say right, a click to the left, this is what Madigan and AFSCME and Cullerton are doing as well, right? They're wrapping themselves in the movement of middle-class values, of people going to work every day and supporting their families and giving them a good education and giving the next generation an opportunity. But what they're really doing is they're taking that for themselves, using those other people as a front, for lack of a better term, while those are the folks who are going to work every day and trying to raise a family, who are getting pummeled under these policies so that AFSCME can benefit. And it's using narrative to advance their own self-interest.
Yeah, that's what these politicians do. It's what lots of politicians has always done, and it's basically scamming people. It's telling them they're doing one thing when they're really doing another.
Yeah, and just to get back to the point, Roeper wrote a column after the Ghostbusters thing where he basically did an evaluation of his prior reviews and sort of defended himself. And I thought that was a huge mistake. If we are going to battle this type of narrative, if we're going to battle this type of philosophy, we have to stand on principle, say what we think, believe in what we believe, and stand on it, and let the debate rage. And if someone's going to call you names, sexist, racist, whatever, stand by your principle and don't let that sway you.